I'm very angry because these people...
I call the honourable member Shane Ardern.
Thank you very much for that call, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, it's a pleasure to rise and speak on the New Zealand Health and Disabilities Amendment Bill number 2 at this stage. Mr Speaker, I want to congratulate the Honourable Tony Ryle, who clearly is one of the best health ministers the country has ever seen. And the more that our opponents bay on the other side about that, the more silly they look, actually, because competence shows through. And I just want to congratulate him on finally getting to the point where compassion is being shown for these people. I want to raise a couple of points that were debated earlier by the Honourable Annette King about some of the process, if you like. Can we just go back a little bit in time, Mr Speaker, and look at who was the health minister at the time that the Human Rights Commission Court appeal was first promoted or first suggested? Who was the minister? I understand that the honourable member herself was the health minister at that time. And what did she instruct the ministry to do? What did she instruct the ministry to do? She instructed the ministry to fight this in the court. Do not allow this to proceed. Fight this tooth and nail. Do not allow it to progress. And she also, and I understand there is a cabinet minute to back this up, suggested do not consult with the public or even with the rest of the parliament. Do not consult with anyone. In fact, make sure that this is kept below the radar. Now, how does that square with what she just said earlier on about what is happening now, the process that's happening right now? How does that square with that? You know, there is a word, Mr Speaker, I understand if you use it against a member, it is unparliamentary, but if you use it against a situation, it is not. And that word... So, Mr Speaker, this government is now proposing to inject $92 million over 4 years into helping these unfortunate families. And, Mr Speaker, we all have personal cases. To listen to Catherine Delahunty, you would think she's the only one in this parliament that's ever encountered one of these unfortunate people. Actually, within my own family, very close to us, we have an affected person or persons. And so very much we understand individually as constituent MPs the circumstance that some of these families find themselves in. And so I would suggest to that member she does not have a franchise on compassion in this regard. Mr Speaker, this is an excellent move on the part of the government. This is an excellent piece of legislation, and I look forward to its passage through the House. Mr Speaker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
I call